Azure security is a critical aspect of developing solutions for Microsoft Azure. It encompasses a range of practices and tools designed to protect data, applications, and infrastructure from threats. One of the key components of Azure security is the use of shared access signatures, SAS, which provide secure delegated access to resources in Azure storage. This presentation will delve into the creation and implementation of SAS, exploring its various aspects and best practices. Shared Access Signatures, SAS, are a powerful feature in Azure Storage that allows you to grant limited access to your storage resources without sharing your account keys. SAS can be used to grant access to blobs, files, queues, and tables. By using SAS, you can specify the permissions, start and expiry times, and the IP addresses or ranges from which the SAS can be used. This ensures that access is both secure and controlled. There are two main types of SAS: Service SAS and Account SAS. Service SAS is used to grant restricted access to a specific resource, such as a blob or a file. Account SAS, on the other hand, allows access to multiple resources within a storage account. Each type of SAS has its own use cases and benefits, and understanding the differences between them is crucial for implementing the right level of access control. Creating a service, SAS, involves specifying the resource you want to grant access to, the permissions, read, write, delete, etc., the start and expiry times, and any IP address restrictions. This can be done using Azure Storage SDKs, Azure CLI, or Azure Portal. For example, using Azure CLI, you can create a SAS token for a blob with the following command: AZ storage blob generate SAS account name, container name, den name, blob name. Permissions are expiry time. An account SAS provides broader access compared to a service SAS. It allows you to grant access to multiple services within a storage account, such as blobs, files, queues, and tables. To create an account SAS, you need to specify the services, resource types, permissions, start and expiry times, and any IP address restrictions. This can be done using Azure Storage SDKs, Azure CLI, or Azure Portal. For example, using Azure CLI, you can create an account SAS with the following command: AZ storage account generate account name tash services B resource type CO permissions are expiry time. When using SAS, it's important to follow best practices to ensure security and efficiency. Some key best practices include using HTTPS to ensure data is encrypted in transit, setting short expiry times to limit the window of access, restricting access to specific IP addresses, and regularly rotating SAS tokens. Additionally, it's important to monitor the usage of SAS tokens and revoke them if any suspicious activity is detected. Revoking a SAS token is necessary if you suspect that it has been compromised or if the access it grants is no longer needed. While you cannot directly revoke a SAS token, you can change the storage account keys, which will invalidate all SAS tokens generated with the old keys. Alternatively, you can use stored access policies to manage and revoke SAS tokens more granularly. By updating or deleting a stored access policy, you can effectively revoke the associated SAS tokens. Stored access policies provide a way to manage SAS tokens more effectively. By defining a stored access policy on a resource, you can create SAS tokens that are linked to this policy. This allows you to modify or revoke the policy without having to regenerate the SAS tokens. Stored access policies can be used to set permissions, start and expiry times, and IP address restrictions. They provide a more flexible and manageable way to control access to your storage resources. Implementing SAS in your applications involves generating SAS tokens and using them to access Azure storage resources. This can be done programmatically using Azure Storage SDKs or manually using Azure CLI or Azure Portal. When implementing SAS in your applications, it's important to securely store and manage the SAS tokens, ensure that they are used only for their intended purpose, and follow best practices for security and efficiency. Monitoring and auditing the usage of SAS tokens is crucial for maintaining security and compliance. Azure provides various tools and services, such as Azure Monitor and Azure Storage Analytics, to track the usage of SAS tokens. By monitoring the access patterns and usage of SAS tokens, you can detect any suspicious activity, ensure compliance with security policies, and optimize the performance of your storage resources. Regularly reviewing the audit logs and access reports is an essential part of managing SAS tokens effectively. Shared access signatures are used in a variety of scenarios to provide secure and controlled access to Azure storage resources. Some common use cases include providing temporary access to a blob for downloading or uploading files, granting limited access to a queue for processing messages, allowing a third-party application to read or write data to a table, and enabling secure access to files for collaboration. By using SaaS, you can ensure that access to your storage resources is both secure and efficient. When working with SaaS, you may encounter issues such as invalid tokens, permission errors, or access denials. Troubleshooting these issues involves checking the SaaS token parameters, such as permissions, start and expiry times, and IP address restrictions. Additionally, reviewing the storage account settings and access policies can help identify any misconfigurations. Azure provides various tools and resources, such as Azure Storage Explorer and Azure Support, to assist with troubleshooting SaaS issues and ensuring that your access control mechanisms are working as intended. In conclusion, shared access signatures are a powerful and flexible way to manage access to Azure storage resources. By understanding the different types of SaaS, following best practices, and effectively implementing and monitoring SaaS tokens, you can ensure that your storage resources are secure and efficiently managed. As a next step, consider exploring more advanced topics, such as integrating SaaS with other Azure services, automating SaaS token generation, and implementing custom access control solutions. By continuously improving your knowledge and skills, you can stay ahead in the ever-evolving field of Azure security.